Hello students, today we are going to learn Gauss elimination method. But before proceeding for example, let us discuss some points regarding Gauss elimination method. First point is Gauss elimination method is used to solve the system of linear equations. For example, ax plus by plus cz equals to d. Now, in this equation, ax plus by plus cz equals to d, we have three unknowns x, y, z, and a, b, c are the coefficients of these unknowns and d is constant value. Number of equations may arise in the system of linear equations. Depending on these equations, we have to calculate the values of these unknowns. Now, the second point is this method is characterized by step-by-step elimination of variables or unknowns. The idea of this method is to add multiples of one equation to the others in order to eliminate a variable or unknown and to continue this process until only one variable or unknown is left. This will help us to calculate the value of next unknowns. Now, once the final variable is determined, its value is substituted back into the other equations in order to evaluate the remaining unknowns. Now, in the example ax plus by plus cz equals to d, we have three unknowns x, y, and z. Now, we will eliminate one by one x, y, and z so that we get the values of remaining unknowns. For example, firstly we eliminate x and y, then we get value of z. We will put back this value of z into the previous equations and we get value of y. Then again we put value of y and z in the next equation and we get the value of x. This method is also termed as forward and back substitutions. So Gauss elimination method is carried out using the matrices. Now the concept of matrices is just for calculating, or the calculation should be easily done. So we going through these steps for calculating value of unknowns with the help of Gauss elimination method. So let us consider the equations or system of equations as follows. The first equation is a1x1 plus b1y1 plus c1z1 equals to d1. We term it as equation number 1. Next equation is a2x2 plus b2y2 plus c2z2 equals to d2. Equation number 2. Third equation is a3x3 plus b3y3 plus c3z3 equals to d3. This is our equation number 3. Now here a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, a3, b3, c3 are the coefficients of these unknowns x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2, x3, y3, z3, and d1, d2, d3 are the constants. Now, step 1 for writing matrices is that write the coefficients of the unknowns in the matrix. This matrix is called as coefficient matrix. Now just write the coefficients of the unknowns in the matrix. Now coefficients of unknowns means coefficient of x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2, x3, y3, z3, that is x1, y1, sorry, x1, a1, b1, c1. We have written over here in the matrix. The column represents the unknowns and r1, r2, r3 represents the rows. Okay. Now the values of these coefficients we have written in the matrix form. Now step 2 is the coefficient matrix is augmented by writing the constants that appear on the right hand side, that is d1, d2, d3. These are constants which are appearing in the right hand side of the equations as an additional column. So we have written value of the constant in additional column over here. Now these columns contains the values of coefficients of x, y, and z, and this column contains the values of constants. Now step 3 for solving the matrices is that perform the elementary row operations, row transformation of operations, which are any of the following. First one is interchange any two rows. We can interchange these rows among themselves. Second is multiply a row by non-zero constant. Non-zero constant we have to use over here just to equal the variables or the values. Now third one is add a multiple of one row to another row. Add a multiple of one row to another row. This will help us to calculate the values of unknowns. Once we get the augmented matrix, the first goal is to produce 0 below the first entry in the first column. The first goal is to produce 0 below the first entry in the first column. That is, this is our first entry in the first column, that is A1. So below A1 we are going to produce zeros in row 2 and row 3. This will help us to eliminate x from the second equation and third equation. So which first goal is to produce 0 below the first entry in the first column, which translates into eliminating the first unknown or variable x from the second or third equation. Now the second goal, after this, the second goal is to produce 0 below the second entry in the second column. This is our second column and this is our second entry. Below the second entry we are going to produce 0, which help us to eliminate the second variable from the third equation. On doing this, we get an echelon matrix or form of the matrix in which the third equation we got is only with the coefficient of third unknown and the constant. So we got three equations as follows. First equation is C3z equals to D3, which gives us value of z. Second equation is B2y. B2y plus C2z equals to D2. So which gives us value of y like this, y equals to D2 minus C2z divided by B2, because we have value of z from first equation. Now once we get value of z and y, we put these values in equation 1, which is a1x plus b1y plus c1z equals to d1, and with the help of these values of x and z and y, we get value of x as follows. So this is all about Gauss elimination method. With the help of these steps, we get values of x, y and z, so that the equation of the equation from the system is satisfied. So let us move for the example. Consider the equations x minus 2y plus z equals to 0. Second equation is y6 plus y minus 3z equals to 5. Next equation is 4x minus 7y plus z equals to minus. Now we are going to solve this system of linear equation with the help of Gauss elimination. The first step is to write the coefficients of these equations or variables or unknowns in the matrices. We get the matrix as follows. Coefficient of x in first row is 1, minus 2, 1, 0. All these are the coefficients of the first row or first equation. Second row or second equation gives coefficient as 2, 1, -3, 5, 4, -7, 1, -1. Now this is our matrix. All these three columns represents x, y and z. These are three rows: R1, R2, R3, x, y and z. This is constant. So now we are going to perform row transformations or operations on this matrix. So the first goal is to produce 0 below the first entry of the first column. It means that we have to produce 0 in these two values at the place of these two values. So we perform row transformations as we have to change first row 2. So row 2 changes row 2 minus 2 into row 1. It means that we have to perform 0, produce 0 over here. That's why we are going to produce operation like this: row 2, the element of row 2 minus 2 into constant into multiplication of value of row 1. That's why row 2 changes row 2 minus 2 into row 1. And second operation we are going to perform for row 3 is that R3 changes R3 minus 4 into R1, so that this value becomes 0. So we get matrices as follows: 1 minus 2 1 0, because we are not performing row transformation operations on the first row. That's why this row will remain as it is. Though we have performed operations on row 2 and row 3, we get the values as follows: 0, 5, minus 5, 5, 0, 1, minus 3, minus 1. Now the second goal is to produce 0 below the second entry of the second column. So we have to produce 0 at this place. Now we can interchange the row with interchange the rows. So we will interchange row 2 and row 3 among themselves as follows. So we are again writing over here the matrices as it is: 1 minus 2 1 0, 0 5 minus 5 5, 0 1 minus 3 minus 1. We write this matrix as it is here. Now we are going to perform second operation to get our second goal, that is we are going to produce 0 at this place. But firstly we interchange row 2 with row 3, R2 interchange with R3, then we get matrix as 1 minus 2 1 0, 0 1 minus 3 minus 1, 0 5 minus 5 5. Here we interchange the row 2 and row 3. Now we have to produce 0 at this position. So we will perform row transformation as follows: row 3 changes row 3 minus 5 into row 3 changes row 3 minus 5 into row. So we get matrices as follows: 1 minus 2 1 0. Row 1 will remain as it is, then 0 1 minus 3 minus 1, row 2 will also remain as it is. Now row 3 will changes row 0 0 10 10. So we got zeros below the first entry of the first column and 0 below the second entry of the second column. Now we got from this matrix we got three equations. In the third row of this matrix value of first column is 0, value of second column is 0, value of third column is 10, and constant is 10. It means that the coefficient of third column, that is z, is 10 and the constant value is 10. That's why we get equation as 10z equals to 10, which gives us z equals to 1. Now the second equation we got is the value of coefficient is 1 and the column head is y. That's why y minus, because coefficient is minus 3, minus 3z equals to minus 1. Now we put value of z into this equation so that we get the value of y. So y equals to minus 1. Transfer this value on right hand side, we get minus 1 plus 3z. So y equals to minus 1 plus 3 into value of z is 1. So y equals to, now the third equation is x minus 2y plus z equals to 0. So to get the values of x, we transfer this value on right hand side, we get 0 plus 2y minus z. X equals to 0 plus 2 into value of y is 2 minus value of z is 1. So x equals to 3. Since we are putting these values firstly in third equation, then in second equation, then in first equation, that's why this is called as back substitutions. So with the help of Gauss elimination method, we got the values of unknowns x, y and z as 3, 2, 1. Thank you.